Hey, and happy Friday, everybody. I just wanted to give you a little overview of our coffee chat this week. We had a super fun time. I'll just start with a couple of announcements here. If you have never attended a Lizard Brain virtual facilitation workshop, there are some new dates. So just want to highlight that. I will put a link to this. This is a nice complement to coffee chats. Learn about virtual facilitation, get exposed to the tools, and then come to coffee chat and practice them and get confidence. They go really, really well together, hand in hand. Check it out. We got a new blog up with about career anchors. What anchors your career? This is based on Edgar Schein's work. This is to help you give you a language for understanding why certain career moves seem to fit for you and why they may not. So definitely check out this blog. I'll put a link for that as well. And a couple other goodies in here. I want to let you know that we have some new team members. Caitlin, who's our digital media associate, working on social media as well as videos. Vicky, who is continuing on as our marketing and brand associate. And Amanda, who's joining us and is going to be helping with client relationships, back-end operations. We're so excited for our new team members. So let's get into some of the content for today. So we actually had a really interesting check-in, and we covered a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to highlight a few things. Talk a lot about how you can organize your screen. We call it monitor feng shui to help participants be able to see their Zoom screen on one side and their browser on another. And so my colleague Brian and I, we like to share these couple of links. One for Mac and one for PCs. Whenever we're transitioning from a screen share to getting into the tool, we'll say you may want to split your screen. You need to make sure that you're not in max view for all of your screens so that you can drag the corners of your screens and organize them. And we give people a moment to do this. And if they have trouble, we put these links in the chat for Mac users or PC users to give them instructions on that. The other thing we talked about was an energizer. Now, I don't have a screenshot of the energizer, but we talked about doing Visual Explorer, which is an activity from Center for Creative Leadership, which we actually witnessed last night at a NovaScribes event. Matteo Becchi did an amazing demonstration of this. He put up several images, very nice images, on a mural board, and he did this with screen share. So we were not in the mural board, we were just watching it, and it was great. And what he did was he numbered all of those images, and then he said, choose the number of the image that represents how you feel about 2020. And he gave us a couple minutes to find our image. And then as we briefed out, he added Post-its next to the image we were talking about. So by the end, we had this nice collage of images and Post-it notes that represented how we felt about 2020. It was really, really well done. I should say sandbox. So the other question that came up is, what do you send to participants in advance? Now, definitely Google my Dancing with Markers blog. That is a great resource for templates and considerations when it comes to tools. And I have a communications template in there that'll give you basically a way to communicate out to participants in advance that you can fill in. And here's what my colleague Brian and I do for Mural. We always at least send out this 1-minute YouTube video link, and I'll put a link to that in this post, as well as we also have our own Mural sandbox, and I'll show you what mine looks like. You can model this if you want. And we send this link out in advance. This is different from the actual mural board you're going to use during the session, and it gives people instructions that they can play with and follow, especially if they want to practice with the tool in advance. So those two things, watch a video, play in a sandbox. So you can check those out. Setting up a mural board, I just want to highlight, if you want to watch how I set up one of my recent mural boards, I have a video of me setting one up for a Mid-Atlantic Facilitators Network meeting. So you can check out how I did that, also help you make it look branded and really nice. There's also in that same Dancing with Mural blog, there is a sample mural board that you can model in that. Last thing in the check-in we talked about, actually, I think we covered most of that. So a little cheat sheet there. Now we also talked about how Mural has some inherent canvases and templates already in it. So you can actually visit frameworks right here, And look, there's a whole library of tools, and there's some more advanced ones if you tab over and go through these tabs. Look, here's a business model canvas. There's some great stuff in here. Definitely check that out. That was new for me. People often think I am a mural expert. I find new things about this tool every single week. Let's see. So the last thing that we ended up talking about today was about ideal size. And this really, some of this depends on your facilitator comfort level with group size online. And it may also depend on the participants and the field that you're trying to reach. I keep coffee chats to 5 or 6 people because I want the intimate experience and I want people to come in and make sure they can get their questions answered. So I keep it small. And, probably the biggest group that I feel comfortable with going solo is maybe 10 or 15 people. And then I want to staff up. So if you have a meeting with 50 people in it, that might be one tech host, maybe even 2 tech hosts, maybe even yourself, a co-facilitator and a tech host. So you staff up and you give each person a role. Okay, you're going to monitor chat and put links in the chat when I tell you to, and you're going to make sure that the mural board stays organized, and you're going to watch the participant videos and help me notice when someone's going off mute. And so you staff up and you give people roles so that they can help you manage the meeting. So that was those were some of the things that we covered today. If you're interested in joining us for coffee chats, you can sign up now. Sold out for December, but we do have our events up for January. A couple events in January. Couple of changes here. So we're actually putting these events up on Eventbrite. You can still access them through dancingwithmarkers.com/events. And if you go to the January events, you'll notice that we're using Eventbrite now. We're doing that for a couple of reasons. First one is we can have a wait list. So these are popular events, and we want to make sure that that we know when we have a wait list going, and Eventbrite does events. So this is a great resource for us. You'll also notice we're branding these. We rebranded these. These are now Friday Coffee Chats. Friday Coffee Chat for virtual facilitators. Confidence comes with community. That's our tagline. So this is for getting into the virtual experience and building confidence. Alrighty, and then also the last thing I'll say is we're adding a dues. A couple reasons for this dues. One is we want to make sure you're serious about attending. Second is this helps us offset our marketing and communications costs. So know that when you pay dues for Friday Coffee Chats, this is helping us sustain these events and continue to offer this resource. So I'll put some of the resources I mentioned in this post so you can check them out. Hope to see you in January, and we'll do another video next week.